know it. We trying to go up. Yeah, boy, with bucks. I'm not stopping. I get in my back pocket, pull some money, then I take off like a rocket. Boy, I do this. The Tiger Talk with Shaq today is awesome, boy. I thought you knew this. Man, the NFL draft, that's what we talking about. We talking from first to last, first 32, first round. That's what we got. And anybody talking first round, oh, that's so hot. Where is he from? I might be in this state right now, but we gonna talk about it so you don't gotta guess. Wow. Man, matter of fact, before we start, shout out to the cases. And yeah, boy, I love all my goddamn aces. That's my voice. Give me shot for the crowd because I make noise. And then after that, we talking motivation, talking about things all in the nation, talking about knowing your heart, knowing your gut, your intuition. Everybody fishing for the day, but I get anyway. And I told you about the podcast on we got today. Yo, but before we go, we gonna get it right. And matter of fact, we talking about boxing, UFC fights. That will be back on this weekend. And yeah, boy, we getting it like that. But yeah, I'm on the microphone, and yeah, on the microphone, I hold my own. Man, thanks to people that sponsor from Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you guys, man. Hey, if you're trying to find me on the Meta, man, it's Coach Shak Bryant. Get my levels right, man. Coach Shak Bryant. On the Meta, man, Instagram and Twitter, man. If you're trying to find us on the website, man, it's tigertalkwithshak.me. Remember, Shak is S-H-A-K, not S-H-A-Q. And yeah, that's what we do. We appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to the Aces. Oh yeah, we got a show today, man. I took a few days off, man. Give my listeners the time to catch up, man. I think this everyday thing is really cool, but a lot of times people aren't able to keep up with the show. And then actually, the way I intended the show to go is for everyday listening tool for your ride to work or ride home. That's how the show is intended. And so that's why we keep putting out content like that. Some people are catching up, some people are with it, but other people are trying to, give it up. So, hey, we appreciate everybody on the show. So, you know what I mean? The NFL draft happened tonight, man. Well, actually yesterday. It's coming back on tonight. Man, you guys got to check it out, man. I was a little sleepy yesterday. I saw a couple things, but not really. But hey, the first round draft pick, Jacksonville Jaguars select none other than the Georgia boy, Trayvon Walker, Trey. Hey, look, I told you guys about Trey a long time ago, man, and I don't think anybody was listening, man, but apparently I know something, and the NFL guys got it right. Jacksonville Jaguars select Trey Walker. Trey Walker's an edge rusher, man, from Georgia, 44. He is really good against three-man fronts. If he put him in four-man, he can do everything. He plays technically sound more than all of the DNs that were in the draft, man. In the beginning, they didn't even have this guy top 10. Then he went top 8. Then he went top 6. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of just floated around like anywhere from 6 to like 14. But Jacksonville definitely got it right. I thought this was the best player in the draft. And if you go back to the messages and not the messages, go back to the shows from before, you'll see that I've said that. Yeah, so they go Trey, man. That is the best pick for me because he's an all around and he can rush the passer, man. Shout out to them for that. I think that's an A+ grade, man. They ranked it a B+ grade, man. But it is what it is, man. Everybody talks about Aiden Hutchinson, and they like Aiden Hutchinson. And Aiden Hutchinson's another kid that's all around. He's a bruiser and the kind of push rusher. You know what I mean? And he kind of compares to the Bosa kid a little bit, on the outside, on the edge. But he's ranked A, and he went second. And that's kind of that's good, man. I mean, because he's gonna play a long time, but I don't know if he's an A. You know what I mean? The next guy, man, I'm excited about this one too, man. I said this should be the first corner off the board, and they were talking about Sauce with Gardner and all of these guys and all of this, and I said it was Derek Stingley and Houston, Texas. You guys came up. That pick is ranked B minus, but I doubt it. You got to look at this dude. This dude used to D up Chase, man, when they were at school together, and this guy is an amazing cover corner. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Houston Texans for getting that right, man. Derek Stingley, man, that dude is legit. He high points the ball and everything, big time playmaker, all of that. And the Jets were on the clock after that. They picked Sauce Gardner. I don't think that's a bad pick. But the best guy out there was Derek Stingley. Next probably is Sauce. Nah, I would have went Baylor. I don't want the Baylor kid, but shout out to the Jets, man. I think that's a decent pick. You can't go bad with speed, you know what I mean, and confidence. And he goes by Sauce, so so I think it'd be all right, you know what I mean? So the next pick on the board was the Carolina Panthers, and they went out offensive tackle NC State. Man, I thought that was an okay pick. I like the Mississippi State kid better, but that kid is definitely better than the Alabama kid. Which the Alabama kid is not what he is right now. He's going to be good in the future. And with that being said, man, the Giants pick him, the Alabama offensive tackle, who has an A+ rating and was rated the best offensive lineman off the board. Then you have the Atlanta Falcons that come back and they go for wide receiver Drake London. Like, I wish y'all online could see my face, but you have to go to YouTube to see it. But I'm sitting there looking like, man, dog, Drake London. He wasn't even the number one receiver off the board. He wasn't even top 4. But hey, they see something. They see the fact that he's big. They compared him to Mike Williams. If you remember Mike Williams, he's a Charger now, but he used to be with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So you know what I'm saying? So they're comparing him to him, and then they also got that other tight end, Kyle Pitts. And so basically with those two, they'll lock up together well, and they'll do their thing. All right. Also, Seattle Seahawks, man, they wind up going to get some protection for Russell Wilson, and the protection that they got is locked down. They went and got the offensive tackle from Mississippi State that I like, man. Shout out to them for that, man. That is a huge pick. They're gonna profit big from that, man. They are. So he's an A+. So now the Jets are on the board for the second time in the first round, and they go get the number 1 receiver from Ohio State, Garrett Wilson. Man, that's a huge pick. They got it right there. They got it right. You know what I'm saying? That first pick of the day, it wasn't too great, you know what I'm saying? But they definitely got this one right. Actually, when they got Sauce Gardner at 4, I kind of thought, like, what are they gonna do? And and so they went skill guy offense, skill guy defense. I mean, they're trying to build their skill guys there, and he's gonna fit in really well. So now the New Orleans Saints, they trade up and they wind up going to get Chris Olave, the second receiver from Ohio State, speedy guy, but to trade up for that, I don't know about that. But some people know what I don't know, and I think that he'll be an okay receiver in the league. So the Lions, they go and get the Alabama receiver Jameson Williams. I think that's a good pick. I mean, anytime you come from Alabama, you've already been coached, so you coming into the league, you already know a lot of the things, the knowledge and all of that, the back parts of the game, and then to be get in there and and be taught. What I'm saying, you're already a step up, so they're already starting to hire when they start training with you. The Philadelphia Eagles, man, they go up and get another Georgia boy, man. You already know how we feel about them Georgia guys. So Jordan Davis, D tackle Georgia, he goes to Philadelphia. That's the big guy that ran the 4.7 at 350. I thought he should have been moved up way quicker than this, but apparently they feel like he's, only a what you call it? They feel like he's only a two down guy. You know what I mean? But I mean, with speed like that, he can rush the pass. He can two gap. He can do a lot of things. Play down the line. He can fight the double team. I mean, he can definitely turn the zone back and things like that. So I thought he was a much higher pick than that. They got him as an A. I thought he was an A plus. Jordan Davis goes 13. Man, they saved a lot of money on that. But somebody got to pay him after he's in the league because he's going to blow things up. This was a controversial one, and I said this on the show as well. You can go back and see that. Cal Hamilton, the safety from Notre Dame, he goes 14. He is an A plus, but what I said was he's not. He has to develop, man. A lot of things he had a lot of weaknesses from what I saw on film and things like that. You can go back and check when I said they should not have him as the first pick, because before they had him as the number one pick, and I said that would not happen. That should not happen. And now he's 14. But he's going to pan out to be a pretty good pro. So, that's not a bad move. The Houston Texans go up and get Kyon Glenn, Texas A&M. They must know something because he's a grade C, and I didn't even have him on my board at all. So they have to know something. Washington Commanders, they wind up getting a trade up from the Colts, and then the Colts had got the previous pick from the Saints. So the Colts get a pick from the Saints, then the Washington Commanders get a pick from the Colts. That's how they all traded off. So somebody got something, and then the Washington Commanders move up to 16, and then they go Johan Dotson, wide receiver, Penn State B. That's another one. They must know something. Washington Commanders have went skill guy early. For the last couple drafts, they got Antonio Gibson, my homie, friend of the show, and also I appreciate him, man. I watch him. I'm definitely a fan. Coached him in the All-Star game, man. But they wind up going to get Johan Dotson, which they already got. Tonio, and then they got two more skill guys last year. So, hey, they know something. They're building that offense, man. We'll see what's up. Zion Johnson, man, Boston College. The Los Angeles Chargers, they get him. Wasn't on my board, but he's an A. So shout out for that. Now, at this point, I'm looking at it like this. There's so many more old linemen out there that are good. And what are they going to do? What's going on here? Tennessee Titans trade up from the Eagles. All right. So the Eagles got a pick from the Saints, and then the Titans got the pick from the Eagles. They went Treylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas, who's a D grade. They must know something there, man. And when I say that, the reason why I say that is these guys have pro days and stuff like that. And then if a team is interested in picking them, what they're going to do is they're going to send that kid out, like fly him out, you know what I mean? And kind of just talk to him and be like, hey, man, look, we're interested in drafting you, see how he fits in the program, shop him around, you know what I mean, the facilities, and he gets to see what's going on. And then they go ahead and do their thing. So these are the last two picks were two guys like that because they weren't even on the board like that. Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa. Speaking of Iowa, at this point, I'm looking at it like that's not the best O lineman from Iowa, but that's Northern Iowa versus Iowa. But you get what I'm saying. All right, but he's an A pick, so they wind up getting him. Speeding along, man. Kenny Pickett, the quarterback that was left, wound up going to the Steelers. Man, they say that he's just like Mitch. He's just like a Mitch Trubisky kind of. They say he's going to sit probably about a couple games. Got to get out there, get rusty a little bit, get that ring rust off, and then they said he's going to be a solidified pro. So shout out to Kenny Pickett, who actually is this number 2 quarterback. At this point, the Willis kid, I'm like, where's he at? Is he going to get picked or whatever? But, that was the only team that needed a quarterback, man, because Pittsburgh, all of the stuff that you've been hearing in the past. And then also, with a retirement of Big Ben Roethlisberger, they had to do some different things, man. Kansas City, Kansas City, man, they go get a pick from the Patriots, man, and they wind up going to get the cornerback from Washington, Trent McDuffie. Questionable. He's a B. But then the grade on this kid, here's the thing, man. Let me go ahead and just go ahead and get this out the way. We always show love to the hometown kids. So Green Bay goes out and they say, you know what? We're gonna go double Georgia. So they have two Georgia prospects, man. So now you're looking at whoa. So they have Quay Walker now. Quay was a linebacker, man, unbelievable runner, man. He can run, he can plug holes, fill gaps, all of that. They got him as a D. I think that's a great pick because they went after what you call it, Green Bay. They went after what you call it. They went after the defense, the defense on the first two levels. You know what I'm saying? They had wanted to solidify that, so they did that. Now, Buffalo Bills, they wind up getting a trade. The Cardinals took something for Ravens to move up, and then the Buffalo Bills gave the Ravens something so they can move up. They went Kyer Elam, the cornerback from Florida. No offense to the kid, man, but I don't know if that's a good pick right there. He's ranked the B. We'll see how it pans out, man. Buffalo knows something. They've transitioned their whole staff, and they've been competing every year. All right, so now Tyler Smith, O tackle from Tulsa, goes to the Dallas Cowboys. I am a Cowboy fan. I don't like the pick. We run so much zone and stuff like that. We should have went and got the Iowa center, and then moved the center or made a different position, whatever. The saying for the person that was there already, or move him out until he's ready, and then go to center. You know what I mean? But big breath on that one. And speaking of that, Iowa goes next. Tyler Linderbaum. He goes to the Ravens. He's an A+ pick. See what I'm saying? That dude should have never fell that far, and somebody should have grabbed that guy. That guy is the truth, zone blocking. So Baltimore Ravens gets a steal. That's a huge pick for them. Then the Titans are my bad. Then the Jets are on the board, and they go back and get Jermaine Johnson, the edge rusher from Florida State, who's ranked A+. I don't see how he's an A+. I mean, he is an everyday, lineman, but I think I thought he was really regular. They see something I don't see. So hopefully he has success in the league. I like the Jets. The Jets were my first team I ever grew up watching. So I'll keep an eye on this kid. Jacksonville Jaguars, Devin Lloyd, linebacker, Utah. I think this is the best linebacker in the draft. Sorry, Quay. But I think that he should have went way up. Jacksonville Jaguars gets a freaking steal. I see why they went and traded up, and that's how you trade up. You go get the best linebacker in the dog. My bad. You'll get the best linebacker in the doggone draft, and that man moves side to side and does a lot of big things, man. So Devin Lloyd is definitely a baller. I'm telling you. Then we go Devontae Watt. That's the other Georgia kid. You already know, man. You already know. We love Georgia products, man. The kid from Decatur, man, he went to Towers. But yeah, he's an A grade, and he came out. He was a six. He was a five star. Excuse me, 5-star. He was ranked sixth in the nation. He was ranked 2 as D tackles. Now check this out. While we're talking about different things like while we're talking about what you call it well, basically, let me get back to it. But basically, Devontae Watt. No, I'll cover it now. All right, so 67% of everybody in this draft was either 5-star or 4-star. Isn't that crazy? Like, so this draft is loaded with high level talent. So basically, these people who pick, they got it right. You know what I'm saying? When these kids come out of high school and stuff like that, rankings and all of that, they wind up getting it right on that end. Because this draft, you know, it has 9 5-stars, 12 4-stars. It has 8 3-stars, 2 1-stars, and then 2 non-ranked. So basically, that's the whole first round. And in the whole first round, 66, not 67, 66% was either 4 or 5 stars. You know what I mean? So basically,
like they pretty much got it right. 3 stars, that's not bad, but to be a first round as a 3 star, they got that wrong. And then a 2 star got that wrong, and then 2 9 ranks got that wrong because everybody in the first round should be solidified 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 stars. So sometimes they get it wrong, sometimes they get it right. That's just the nature of the business. But Green Bay Packers definitely did get it right because they have Quay and Devontae, two Georgia products. Man, they're gonna be ripping the inside up. You already know. That's awesome for them. New England Patriots, they got a pick from the Chiefs who traded to go up from the 49ers, who the 49ers traded to go up from the Dolphins. Now, apparently, New England said they weren't going to get you know, uh, anybody that was on those other teams that they traded from. So that way they let them go up. I guess that's how that worked. Cole Strange, the guard from Chattanooga, man, he wound up going to New England. That's great. He's a B minus. And then George Carl Lafatis. I always mess that name up. But the Purdue DN, who's an edge rusher, who was really ranked way up. He was ranked like top 5 going off the board at first. He fell down in Kansas City right there. That's a good pick for them, even though I don't think that that's the next defensive end to come off the board. And that's an A. And then also Cincinnati Bengals, they wound up getting Daxton Hill, who's the safety from Michigan. And then the last pick to round it out, we got the Georgia boy himself, Lewis Klein, man. Lewis Klein is drafted in the first round, the last pick, man, going to Minnesota. Um, with all that being said, it's a lot of stuff going on that I don't even understand. Like, I don't, okay, who has Kayvon Thibodeau? You know what I'm saying? And why is he not a first round guy? That's one thing I want to say. I mean, because this is Oh, my bad. He went 5th to the Giants. I don't know why I called it and did not see it because I was thinking last night, like, where's he going? I missed that. All right, so from Oregon, man, I just want to talk about him. Kayvon Thibodeau is ridiculous. He goes 5, and 2 more DN goes in front of him. But the reason why Aiden Hutchinson is in front of him because Kayvon Thibodeau has finishing problems and he doesn't play every down, but he's a young kid. Kid is about to be the kid is a sophomore. You know what I mean? Where all of these other kids, like Aiden's a senior. You know what I'm saying? So that other kid will grow up a lot. So, I think they missed on that, man. Kayvon Thibodeau is one of those edge rushers that will be in the league for a while. So shout out to everybody, man, that went first round. We're gonna cover this stuff tomorrow, man. We're gonna look at some stuff tonight with the draft, and we'll be back to talk. But check out some of them old, ones we did before, because a lot of these things are spoken right, especially with these linemen, man. I got it 100% this year. I appreciate God for the insight and all of that, man. I can't do that junk myself, so you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, God, and I appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, remember, blood is thicker than water. Only in certain cases you need water to live. You learn it in the basics. Better cherish your aces and my aces. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Excuse me, tomorrow morning to cover the rest of what happens tonight with the draft. All right. So y'all stay blessed, stay loving, stay up, stay hugging. You already know how we coming. We're not bumming. I love y'all, man. Tiger Talk with Shaq. Peace.